to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast. The good bad guys of wrestling podcast are back talking all things of the week that was in professional wrestling. The gang is all here again, and we got lots to talk about.
We do.
Oh boy, oh boy. Do you want to just start? I don't. The smile is already bigger.
I'll let you go first on this one. Go ahead.
You all think it's a game. I proved I've been throwing the picks all year. I'm the only one to go 4-1.
Nope.
I am the greatest.
I went 4-1 as well.
Nobody cares.
Let the king finish.
Yeah, but you said you're the only one. You just lied right there.
One picked again. I've done it again. Nobody thought the women's tag titles were going to change, but guess what? They did. And not only did they did to the one team that the only one person on this show picked, and I am that one. I am the greatest.
Will you be getting an Alba Fire Isla Dawn shirt to commemorate your victory? No. Please.
Oh, wow. I thought you were
did you get me? Dang.
No, but
can you say that I'm the only one who didn't? Like, that was my only loss because I went 4-1. Yeah, but you said you're the only one who went 4-1, and you're wrong.
This isn't about you. This is about me proving that I have been throwing this all year.
Well, you mentioned you think it was a game. It's the long game for you because you're sneaking up on Brian in the picks.
I'm
throwing that out there, Jason.
I am
you are sneaking.
the greatest.
And I have passed Kevin.
So, yeah, Joe is correct in that the social team made a mistake, I think, putting Chad Gable as his pick, and we reviewed the footage. He did say Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about where things are for
go ahead,
pick-em standings
this is your thing.
After Clash at the Castle?
Yeah, I mentioned Jason is a few picks behind Brian because he's only half a dozen behind. Jason 17, Brian 23, I 29, Joe is at 30, and Jessica worst showing for a guest picker. 40% picks, but this is the thing.
The thing is, let me speak for her on this one.
She's never coming back.
No, she'll come back.
No, she didn't.
She's invited.
Actually, I'm going to guarantee Joe probably said, pick these. I'm going to pick different so I can almost.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it was you were in cahoots.
I'm going to guarantee. I know you, Joe.
Wow.
The fix was in.
No. I'm totally teasing.
No, we were not in cahoots. But the thing is,
we were in cahoots.
It ruined the event for her. Because she was like, now that she had a vested interest in the matches, she was pissed at her picks being wrong. She's like, they've been building Gable up this whole time, and they just have Sammy win, which is boring. So it's like, you picked the boring pick, but I should have won. Like, every time she lost, it was their fault, not hers. So it was actually more entertaining watching the event with my wife now that she had a vested interest because she was on the last week's episode, because she was really angry at being proven wrong every single time she was wrong. And then she blamed you, Brian.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
She actually said, when you posted, I picked the same as Jess and Kevin, I'm in good shape. And she went, he's just screwed Kevin and I.
I did.
So, Kevin, who do you really blame? Do you blame Jessica or do you blame Brad?
I blame everybody. I'm an equal opportunity hater. But I will say this. Joe is on a streak for three straight weeks. He has the best percentage. But I do give kudos to Jason because technically, if I was a betting man, I probably would have put Alba Fire and Isla Dawn at like 100-1 odds.
Yeah.
So if you were betting real money, give me my money. But strategically, I probably didn't pick the best if I actually looked at it. Because I was like, oh, I think Drew's going to win. I think Bailey's going to win. Oh, I think. Nope. Right when that first one, I'm like, oh, no one else is winning. Hometown is winning. That is. But the overall event, it was damn fun. I thought it was
real quick,
good event.
What is the guest picker's number? I don't know if we caught that.
One above Joe.
Wow.
31. So we go top 3 or 31, 30, 29.
This is BS.
This is not the finger poke of doom. It's no way, because she had the same picks as Kevin and Brian.
No, it's an F pod.
I wanted the finger poke of doom in my favor. It's in your favor. This is
I knew this was gonna happen.
BS,
I knew it.
And you guys were in cahoots the whole time.
Like, how dare you start saying this to me on my birthday? It's like, it's so hurtful.
Wow, there it is.
It's like it's just like so painful that you're like giving me such crap on like the day of my birth.
You shouldn't have cheated.
Well, I didn't.
This is the
if I would have known the Alba Fire story ahead of time.
On my friend.
I will say one thing.
My birthday's the 21st. Today's June 21st. Happy birthday to me.
The signed picture of Drew McIntyre is very disappointed for your cheating ways.
I did not cheat.
He's looking at you. That's like he's like on your shoulder. Hey Joe, cheat. Where there's no angel on the other side because you just wouldn't listen.
No, CM Punk would be on the other side.
Oh, that's good call.
Putting a 2 up there.
No, but no.
Kudos I had
to you.
2 more correct picks than you two guys.
Yeah, no. Kudos to you. You are one step closer for the overall 2024 bragging rights.
And what do I get for that?
Bragging rights.
We've never determined. Yes,
he had his wife cheat for him, so he didn't get anything.
Wow, because you guys were like all on her side last week, and now all of a sudden she was in cahoots with me.
I liked her picks.
She was actually on your side last week.
I'm still on her side.
I re-listened. I'm like, wow, you joined in.
I liked her picks.
Her response was, it's so easy to rip on you, but it's like, I'm sorry that I'm just like one of the greatest pickers ever.
Do you know what I think it's going to be? We're going to have to blind pick because I think Joe just waited to see what Jessica picked, and then he picked slightly different strategically just to have that leg up.
Kevin, it wasn't strategic. They had it mapped out.
Yeah.
Wow. Really? No, not even close. We did not talk about it ahead of time. I could go get her from the other room.
Joe, blink twice if you cheated. No, in all seriousness, good picks. You're almost at the lead. In all seriousness.
Peter.
We'll have Money in the Bank picks, I think, not next week, but the following week.
See, that's going to be tougher because you have to pick who's going to win each ladder match.
Yeah, it's like the Rumble.
Yeah.
That's going to be tougher.
It's better than the Rumble. You won a 30.
Cheater.
So let's get a little more into the show.
Cheater.
The big talk afterward, I think, was the CM Punk appearance. Helping to screw over Drew. Damian Priest picks up the victory. Second time that Drew has had this big hometown Clash at the Castle event for him with the title, and he gets screwed again. I've seen footage of the fans just chanting bullshit and being so pissed. What do you think, guys, about that decision? Prediction aside, what do you make of that, of them saying, sorry, no hometown victory for you?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it because he didn't need to win there. He's so over. What would it have accomplished except for like a few minutes of like them cheering afterwards? But now they're still talking about it. And it's going to make Drew a bigger star than he ever was before. He's already the main event. It's going to be even bigger. He's bigger than the World Heavyweight Championship. Him and CM Punk is a bigger feud at SummerSlam, hopefully. I'm putting the quotes in there that it will happen. That match will be on after Damian Priest and Gunther. It's a bigger match.
Bingo. Perfectly
so said. I love that it happened. I love the way it happened. And when it did happen, I was just like, once I saw those Jordans, I went, that's Punk. And I could not have been happier the way it happened. And now Drew's the face.
Now
they did a double turn.
I want to talk about that. Yeah, go ahead.
What I love the most, Brian, and I think you might be in my bag with this one. When they said another ref is coming to the ring. They purposely went wide so you could not see who it was.
Yeah.
It was so well done.
Perfect slide into the ring, by the way. I mean, absolutely perfect to the camera angle. The distance he slid, it was woo-wee.
Yeah.
But no, I agree, Joe. It was perfect.
I feel like, yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. I do feel a little bit of sadness for those Scottish fans that probably shelled out $1,000+ to see their boy hometown victory, and it didn't happen. It's like, ooh, that hurts.
Oh, I got that one right too.
So did I.
Because you and your wife cheated.
Not me.
No, we didn't. But
Not
the
me.
second the women's tag team championship happened, I went, Drew's not winning.
Yeah.
Oh, bingo. Oh, exactly. Bingo.
When that happened, I'm like, Drew's not winning.
That's
was
what
like
I said
guarantee.
why I picked Drew. Yeah. I said somebody from Scotland has to win, and I didn't think it'd be the tag, and I didn't think it'd be Piper. So it was like, Drew has to win.
Let's talk about
what
that.
I know. Jack,
let's talk about
shit.
That triple threat women's match.
Okay.
Or let's I will ask Jason a specific question.
Because he was the only one who picked it right. Give him credit.
Elephant in the room. Does Jade need to go down the card slightly for squash matches like Braun Breaker did for a few weeks before he went against Sheamus in a complete banger this Monday night? Like, just to get more reps in, or NXT maybe? Because it wasn't bad. I just feel she tries to take these acrobatic moves, and if she misses one, when she missed that one, it felt like confidence went down big time. And then a little bit.
She needs to go to NXT for a lengthy run. This has been fun. It's been enjoyable. It's not working. She needs to go back to NXT.
My biggest thing wasn't so much the slip on the springboard. It's going to happen. I was puzzled by why she tapped out by Shayna right after that in that little move set. And props to the announce team of Cole, Wade, and Corey. They called it out. Yeah, they were like, I think that was a tap. I think that referee didn't see it. But I was like, well, like an accident of a springboard slip, that can happen. I don't know what she was thinking there. So that was my biggest gripe of what's going on?
I did read a report that, and I watched some videos too to kind of back it up. Like, she was kicking pretty stiff to Shayna multiple times in the back. So Shayna gave her a little receipt.
Receipt, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because watch it back. She has that thing in deep. Like,
good.
Jade is a very muscular woman, right? But like, she's
tapped
still
out.
Not. How can I put it? She's not as wide as like big muscles. Like, she has a small frame. She's just tall and beefy, right? But Shayna has that thing in tight.
The most disappointing thing about Jade Cargill is that she had Repo Man Rousey eye makeup. What's the need for that?
Man.
Maybe that's what caused it.
None.
It was an interesting. It was an interesting yin and yang. You got Bianca who comes out and she's kind of dancing, flipping her hair, and Jade just looked like I'm the Terminator with my face paint. I was like, this
should be the Terminator. She looks like the Terminator.
Yeah, no, it just seemed different. I don't know. I never noticed it quite looking that way. I thought Jade was more smiley. Joey, what's your take on Jade and kind of where things go?
It was a bad night.
Bad night.
I don't think she needs to go to NXT. I think she needs to stay where she's at. I think she needs to stay on the main roster. I think I agree with Kevin in the fact that maybe give her a little bit more of the early career of Strowman, Ryback type of squash matches, but not against Lucy Booten tights, but more along the lines of women on SmackDown that you see like Indy Hartwell. She could have a quick match against somewhere along that area, like Chelsea Green. She could destroy, and it wouldn't hurt Chelsea because she's so over anyway. But do it again. Awesome. So I thought the match was going well throughout. You're focusing so much on the slip on the rope.
Oh
You got to
no.
remember, Cody and AJ were on
There's
beforehand, and those two were sweating up a storm all over the place. That it's like it was slippery. Like the month before, she did the top rope move flawlessly. This month slipped. It happens. It happens to everyone. Not a big deal. It sucks that it happened on a premium live event, but it still happened. The point is, she should not. I don't think she should go to NXT. She needs to stay on the main roster because she is a star, and she needs to stay on the main roster and still be showcased.
No.
Her and Bianca can still win the tag titles back. This Alba Fire Dawn win can just be temporary. It can be a transition one based on what's been happening with them. And they can get those titles back and continue to grow as a team.
You don't go to the major leagues to get better. You go to AAA, you go to AA to get better. She needs to get better.
She went to the minor leagues. It was called AEW.
Damn.
She needs
It's true.
It's
not a dig on them, but like they are second
for WWE style. It's gonna be a repetitive thing. This is what happened in AEW. Fuck up after fuck up after fuck up. Minor or major, that's what it's gonna be. Go back to NXT, dominate there for 6 months to a year, come back at the Royal Rumble next year.
Is there any shot?
So, okay, so Jason, what you're saying is it's like I'm going back into the archives here. You're thinking that Jade should do a big show, as in he came up on the main roster, was not ready for the WWE style, went to Ohio Valley, came back at the Royal Rumble and became a star? Because I could see that happening. That makes sense.
No, because Big Show went back to Ohio Valley because he was 500 pounds. They made him
right, but he also wasn't mentally there to be with the WWE either, or WWF at the time. I'm agreeing with you. I don't know why you're frozen.
No, that's why he was frozen. He was flabbergasted that you're agreeing with him.
Like you made me change my mind.
Let me ask you this. I'm trying to think of all the qualifying matches, and I can't think of all of them for the women. Is there any chance Jade goes in Money in the Bank?
I hope not.
I think so. Multi-woman match like that? Absolutely.
I feel like her and Bianca could both.
Yeah.
Bianca can handle that type of pressure. Jade can.
Now that they don't have the titles, I think they're SmackDown wrestlers. So maybe we find out more.
In the Money in the Bank, if she's one of those wrestlers who are on the sidelines, injured, and you were like, "Where'd Jade go?"
Yeah, nobody wants to see that though. If she's going to be in it, she needs to be in it. But I don't think she should be in it because there's too many variables in a ladder match, and I just don't think she's ready for all that.
Maybe not. Yeah, something to worth monitoring. That was pretty glaring, I thought. But otherwise, yeah, I like the show. Crowd totally into Sammy and Chad Gable. Poor Maxine sold it like her leg fell off. She got clipped.
Hey,
that was great. I thought Cody and AJ was a hell of an opener.
Yeah.
Mama Rhodes did get involved, but AJ didn't take my tip of trying to put her in an arm bar.
And she was calling AJ an asshody.
She
liked
it.
Well, he was
several times.
And
then AJ making Cody making AJ quit, and then still hit him with the steps. So AJ's
Speaking of AJ and Cody, real quick, would it have been better if it was the last man standing instead of I quit? Because it feels like they copied off of Copeland Christian a month earlier, like the exact same spot.
I quit matches.
I didn't think of it like that, but okay.
It was the same ending. I was really disappointed. I felt like I think it would have been better as a last man standing match instead of I quit.
AJ went out like a bitch.
Like Christian did when he was about to get hit with the steps and said I quit so he wouldn't get hit. And Copeland hit him anyway. Yeah. And Cody did the same thing. It was the same ending as an AEW match. And I was a little disappointed in the ending.
Okay. Yeah, like the show all around. Piper and Bailey was a lot of fun. Again, kind of knew where that was going, but hell of a
Mhm.
match. So I think that brings us to Monday Night Raw, guys, and Wyatt 6. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What last 5 minutes of the show? And it's been building, I guess, basically since the Bray
WrestleMania.
documentary of WrestleMania. And I know
Mhm.
they did the off the camera lights and song thing at the SmackDown I went to the Friday after Mania. So here we are, a little over 2 months since they kind of started the first teases. I did not get really into the whole QR code thing like I did for when Bray returned. So I didn't really have expectations, but I think what they did really blew people's ideas out of the water. What was your reaction, guys, to the show closing angle with the Wyatt 6?
I don't want to be insensitive to the victims in the back, but my mind was blown when I was watching it. Like it truly, like jaw.
See what you did there.
Like I usually sit in my living room, right, recliner seat, legs up. I get comfy during Raw, right? You got to settle in for 3 hours. When they went like with the light out, that's where I'm like press the button and it's like the seat's going down. It takes about 15 seconds. I got an old person chair and I stood up the entire time.
Wow.
Goosebumps on arm. Like it was incredible when Nikki Cross was crawling out, or Sister Abigail crawling out like The Ring, the movie The Ring back in the day with like the girl
that's how
crawling
it
out of
was.
the TV, like creepy, like almost robotic. Like her mask is scary as hell. Like just the entire theatrics and the entire background and the presentation and Uncle Howdy in the back looking like Slender Man, like 12 feet tall, like at the camera angle and like the shadow. It looked absolutely amazing.
So I was high.
Oh my.
Shocker.
So what chair did you buy that night?
I did not buy one that night, but I did buy one. Whole nother story for another time.
Oh my God.
I thought the debut was cool. However, Chad Gable's not dead.
No.
Brian, I'm sorry, but you're not going to understand this. This was a vision of what's to come, very similar to Tony Stark in the MCU movies. He had visions of what was to come from Thanos. People dying, people injured. That's what this was. Now, a lot of questions. Are they going to wrestle with the masks on? Because if they don't, it's just Dexter Lumis, Joe Gacy, Rowan. It's not anything more than just some people cosplaying. I liken it to Teen Wolf 2.
I did not see where this is going, and I can't
Jason
wait.
Bateman,
Jason
right?
Bateman.
This,
Yes.
So they're boxing instead of playing basketball?
You can't have Michael J. Fox and then him not come back. You can't have Bray Wyatt and then somebody pretending to be that. Now, if these people are wrestling as themselves, they're just wrestling as themselves and it's a flop. I think that I don't know how you wrestle with those things on, if it's even possible, but I'm not shitting all over it. I want to give it time to play out. I want to see how it works. I want the I want to see the execution of it before I really just start getting into it. But as of right now, today, cool debut, potentially could be Teen Wolf 2.
What do you think?
I'll tell you that, man. I don't know how Eric Rowan can wrestle in that big ass bunny helmet. That's like a mascot head, like the gas mask for, was it Huskus? That looked cool, but at least it was like head kind of shaped. The bunny one was
Rambling Rabbit, all right, yeah.
Rambling Rabbit, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't want to see anyone wrestle for a while though. That's the thing for me. So I think they have a little bit of time. So
they can't lose. They lose once, it's over.
Okay, then that's a great segue for what I thought it had.
I have one last
supposed
thing.
to be. Go ahead.
Throughout the night on commentary, they ruined it. Something flickered on the screen, and McAfee says, "Oh yeah, that's supposed to happen tonight, right?"
Oh,
yeah, that did.
As high as I was,
but there was a countdown. We knew it was happening because of the countdown.
Yeah,
I don't like that. I think during Clash at the Castle they had a little flicker QR code, and like Cole at least mentioned it of like, well, that's been happening a lot. I don't know what's going on with that, but I don't like how they did the obvious reveal. I missed that part watching my Celtics win the championship.
I did see something really funny, and it was like, oh, Jey Uso's yeeting with the crowd where everyone's getting murdered in the backstage.
And
oh no, what?
People are getting murdered in the gorilla position where production happens. How did the show stay on? For the
guys in the van, guys in the truck.
Fair point.
Good call. What was your point, Joe? Though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jason mentioned Teen Wolf to Teen Wolf 2, but he said something brilliant. I'm giving you props again. This is like amazing. I guess I'm getting wiser in my old age. He said they can't lose or it will ruin it. What I thought of, this is a makeup. This is a make good because they weren't able to expand because of the Thunderdome. This is a make good for Retribution. These are all characters.
It could be called Retribution.
Who are, according to their social media and according to the QR codes, these are all characters who are washed aside and are considered broken. This is not supernatural. I don't want it to be supernatural. I want it to be a group who was tossed aside, who was given up on and said, we still have a fighting chance, like Retribution was supposed to be. This is a mix of the Wyatt family and Retribution. The second they lose, it's over. Like Retribution, their first match was against the Hurt Business, where they lost, and Jason was still like, they still have a chance. He probably still thinks they have a chance, even though they're all gone. But the point,
still time.
Except for
Let it play out.
Except for Meacham, she's still there. The point is, I think that this can work if they get rid of this whole supernatural thing and made it a group of wrestlers who were given up on. And their leader, Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas, who was part of the Social Outcasts, who was part of the B Team, who could not have been a better example of someone who was given up upon as someone who is broken and wants to show what they're really worth. That's what this group can be in honor of Bray Wyatt, who should be the sixth member. They shouldn't have an actual sixth member. The sixth member should be the memory of Bray.
I just can't figure out who is behind Bray.
Is Black Widow in the house?
I cannot figure out while Seth Rollins is there. Why is Becky Lynch on the show right now? Did she sign with us?
She's gonna burn it down in her hair.
Yeah, she hasn't been around. She needs something.
Okay,
is that her real hair color?
That's Becky Lynch.
All natural, maybe.
Becky Lynch, very cool.
And are those your daughter's sunglasses?
No, they're Brian's.
I think that's it. Let's see.
See, there's nothing wrong with wearing sunglasses in the house. I'm totally on board with it.
It's 3-3 now. Boys. 3-3 now.
Yeah, you guys look stupid. We're the ones who look good.
Kevin, where you been working out at?
Bro, your husband's right there. Stop flirting with me. Thank you.
Yeah, really. Like we got an anniversary or something coming up.
But if it means anything, the YMCA, thanks.
You can answer that, Kevin.
Will I see you on Saturday?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, Jay left, so now I'll make my announcement.
Okay.
You know, me and Brian are celebrating our decade 10-year anniversary.
It's awesome. I love it.
And I got him something, and I just felt like you guys would really appreciate it.
Wow.
So I wanted.
You're giving us his gift. We would appreciate that. Thank you.
So I feel like you would probably appreciate it more than myself, to be honest.
Wow. Oh boy.
So it's definitely something wrestling related if that's the case.
Well, so listen. So
Ooh.
if I hold something up right now, are you guys gonna see it backwards?
No, we'll be able to see it as is.
All right. So Brian, look the other way and let me see if they can see what this says.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's a very nice poem.
Do is I want to show you guys all these pages first, and I want your reaction. And then you can tell Brian what it is.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Over here.
Hold up. You're gonna show us the words.
I'm gonna show you my poem to Brian.
Yeah.
It is a poem that I wrote. Can you see that, or is it backwards?
I see. No. Yeah, it's a flower. I got it. We see it normal.
So then,
but no, I just want to. But at the end, you said we're gonna tell Brian what.
Don't read it out loud.
No, I understand that, but go on,
Kevin. Just go with it.
That makes trouble for an audio podcast, but we'll go with it.
Well, it'll be good for when you edit them.
I'm guessing you're cutting all this out.
All right, ready?
Dave Coulier, baby.
It says, "You're standing next to me smiling, yet you are pulling your knife to stab me.
What the?
You're so sweet, but it could be sugary coat, like a person that'll sweep me off my feet. Once I was sitting in the corner.
You have very nice
handwriting. Wolves that dress like sheep, telling me straight lies, dry snitch on me. There was a time I'm thinking.
Tonic played at our wedding."
Oh, funny.
I'm so confused at what's happening right now.
You're not the only one.
If you're listening to this, I'm just like looking.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Wait a minute. Now it's getting interesting.
Oh my God.
I wonder if it's. No way.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
What is going on?
Yep.
Brian, you just got a boner.
Brian, I bet you can get one.
So he has no idea. So what are you guys gonna do with this information?
Can you
we just celebrated, so maybe he can make an inference of our reaction.
No.
So what do you want? Do you want me to have him read them now?
Can I look at
right
this?
now? Have him read it right now.
Right now.
Okay.
Right now.
I'll read it out loud.
So you'll have
it
for the next
for him
70 years of your marriage.
What in the world? Okay.
Hold up one.
Yeah, podcasts are forever.
One page at a time.
Okay.
Read it out loud. Dexter
15 seconds.
Loomis.
Oh,
Heinrich.
You're good. Go on.
Go.
All right, we'll be quiet.
Roses are red, violets are blue. We've tag teamed for a decade, me and you. That's good. That's really good. So let's celebrate now with a champagne toast. Okay, appropriate. Here's to our love, which we cherish the most. Very nice. With music and laughter and all your best friends. Spandex and Speedos, the fun never ends. I hope it would end eventually. Pack up your bags and bring on the booze. No. Officially booked on the Jericho motherfucking cruise.
Yes.
Wow. Holy shit, baby.
I would say this, Angela, you just became the coolest wife.
Shit.
Are you going too, Ange?
So Michelle's the only one that was in on this with me.
This is
wow.
But are you going too, or am I a solo cabin?
Well, we'll talk more about that. I had to book for my entire family because because
Wow.
honestly, like we don't have like family that can obviously watch our kids.
Did your sister just
well,
put that?
we'll see. They're
So we have
We'll
to
figure it.
decide.
We'll
I
figure it.
think so I had to put down the deposit
oh my
for
god.
I had to so we're literally like I don't know, a couple cabins down from you, Jay.
Oh, all
So we're on
right.
the same floor.
We're
Yeah.
on the same floor then.
Wow.
But I had to book a 4-person cabin in case
Yeah.
we bring the kids.
Okay.
Just in case. But like we can it doesn't matter 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I just had to make sure that you can book it now because you can't add them later.
Whippy moment of the year right here.
Poem of the year.
Michelle has all the details of our like we're literally on the same floor, like a couple rooms down from you guys.
Awesome.
This
Yeah,
will be
we're
funny.
all
just to
we're
look
all
back
on
at
we
this
are
and
all on the same floor.
have her in the wig and these glasses while she's,
And,
we're gonna be on the same floor.
Wearing the Seth
No, I
Rollins.
mean I'm being honest, like we don't, you know, I had to book this like just what do I get Brian for like our 10-year anniversary?
God.
You know, and I'm like,
Unbelievable.
I don't want to fucking go on this goddamn wrestling cruise.
You do. You are going to want to go every year after this one. I'm telling
Okay,
you.
well, thanks to your wife, she, I mean, was pretty much like, God, thank God you're coming now. Like, I don't, you know. She wants me to go to the
Wow.
spas with her and
Well,
stuff.
yeah.
Isn't enough.
Yeah. Wow. I thought
mean,
it was going
maybe I
to
can talk Emily into coming.
Hey, there
you
we
know?
go. Room for one more. We got a cabin for
Right.
4M.
Right.
As long as I can wear Fiona's American flag sunglasses.
I think we can arrange that. Wow.
I thought you guys were going to go to Toronto. That's what I thought it was.
Mhm.
Money in the Bank is in 2 weeks.
Where?
Michelle
There's
and
a
I are
wrestling
going to
show in
Toronto.
July in Toronto.
Oh, when he was reading that?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought maybe that's what it was. I did not see Jericho Cruz coming. Big
When you
swerve.
said booze,
That
That's
was
when I was like-
that was help written by like Chat GPT, by the way.
AI.
Not like all my like, you know.
Wow.
That's good.
Well, baby, what I don't know what to say. That's amazing. Thank you. I love you. Happy 10 years.
I hope that you love this gift because
They clearly do.
I love this gift.
They
This will be my-
clearly do. Look at those smiles.
This is
We
my
like it better than Brian.
I will say this.
We do.
I'm on the fence still. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Jay doesn't understand though that Michelle you know agreed to have a night with the kids too.
Oh wow. You don't care.
No, I don't care.
Watching wrestling.
Go right ahead. I'll be elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be elsewhere.
We'll be drunk with Brad Williams.
It'll be with Uncle Jay.
That will not happen.
We're gonna fling chickens at Fiona and
Yeah,
Harper.
we're playing chickens at bands.
Uncle Jay's gonna be like, Harper, Fiona, meet Uncle Hacksaw. He's gonna
And
take
he's
care
gonna
of
look at your daughters and give out the good. Oh, they're gonna be like,
Right.
"Daddy,
Grandpa.
what's going on?"
Wow.
Do we even have a pod? I don't even know where.
So the Wyatt Six, there was only 5 of them. What do we make of it? Baby, thank you. I love you. That's amazing.
Is that my cue to go?
I mean, you probably want to enjoy your time with Emily, and we'll wrap up here pretty soon. I don't think we got too much more to talk about.
Leave Bunny
But-
says goodbye first.
All right. Let's say bye, Bunny. Here's Bunny.
Bye.
Hello. Hello.
Buddy.
Hello.
All right.
All right.
Bye
Love
guys.
you, baby. Thank you.
Bye.
I better be going to the best wife now.
Oh, the
Definitely
first lady
gonna
of
be nominated for
CWP.
Clippy Moment of the Year.
Yeah, Clippy Moment of the Year has been locked up. I am on the Chris Jericho.
I did not realize that the first lady of the TWP was in such a stiff competition that she had to top Jessica with this
Yeah.
one. Laura,
Oh no,
good
Jessica
luck.
cheated. She's
Yeah,
not even
He's
nominated.
disqualified.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Jason, she was like, your biggest fan. Now you're like dogging on her. Okay, whatever. Good luck, Laura and Michelle.
So
Jay, she teased me on this today, saying like, I think it's something that I want to give you on the podcast because I think the guys will appreciate it. And
oh,
I can't tell you, I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but Michelle is in on it. She may want to be on FaceTime and watch it happen. I think Emily just recorded the live reactions too, and obviously we're recording this, so we'll relive it. Wow, holy shit, guys, that's amazing. So I'll see y'all in January, right? Is it January or February?
Yeah,
end of January, first week of February.
All right.
Holy shit! I did not see that coming.
Neither did I.
Drunk and rambling with a poem, and that's why I started reading a poem about assholes or whatever the hell that poem was.
That was really good. That was really good. All right. Take it away, guys. What else do we need to talk about? Seth Rollins is back.
I would like to offer one thing. Real. This is for real, and this isn't me being a jerk. You got to find a sitter. I mean,
yeah,
be fun. I don't know if I still think they're a bit small to be on the cruise. Kev, you can attest.
Harper, how old's Fiona? 5 or 6?
She's 5, and Harper will be 8.
I bet you there's people still Harper's ages, but Fiona might have been the youngest probably overall. From they would be honest, they would have fun. They would. But I agree with Jason. If possible,
there's not really any little kid. It's not like there's a
kid. There's not a kids club or nothing. Yeah.
No,
I get it. Yeah, we shall see. I got a million questions. So, but that's a big one to.
Let's get your sister on Zoom right now. And see
exactly.
Well, Brian, I have one question before we go back. Are you ready to get drunk on the Jericho cruise?
My God,
best fucking buds.
Yeah.
That's cool. And we thought SummerSlam was going to be the moment of the year. Holy shit. Well, this will be the beginning of 25. So
beginning of next year. Yeah.
Wait, didn't you guys just put down so you guys will do Jericho cruise and Disney cruise both next year?
And WrestleMania.
Disney cruise that's booked.
Mm-mm. And we're all doing
okay. I thought you guys
Vegas.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Uncle Howdy.
Yeah.
How long until the Howdy Boys become Retribution?
I don't think ever.
Hopefully never.
I'll be the most optimistic. Actually, Brian didn't give his 2 cents, but I'll be the most optimistic. I think that it will go down as cool as like the original Wyatt family. And I think they're going to book them. They're going to be fan favorites. That's the nice thing. But they got to feel vulnerable at times. And they can't just be wearing the masks. Well, let me rephrase that. They can't not wear the masks, and they got to build them up like unstoppable. It's when I would say when the going gets tough, it's going to be if they can truly bust through that wall, because they're all legitimate wrestlers. Joe Gacy's amazing on the mic. Is he going to be able to talk? Is Uncle Howdy going to be the main spokesperson? You know what I mean? Or are they going to be silent? That's the biggest thing. Because I haven't heard Dexter talking forever.
Ever.
He only said like 4 words in 5 years.
Main confirmation. When he was going through, I was like, okay, I see the big hammer. Sweet, that's him. And then Dexter's huge black sleeve. I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna give it 100% success rate. Wow. Because I want it to be 100% success rate. I hope they show up tonight on SmackDown. I hope like no other they show up. Yeah.
The reason I think it's going to be a super success.
They didn't get drafted to Raw. They can go wherever they want.
You can't have this, and I know they're not supernatural, but if it's just going to be horror, then they got to take over everything. Now, a lot of people are saying that during the QR code stuff, CG was on some of these things. And the big thing was you stop saying thank you, which is why Gable got hit. Because he used to be thank you.
Oh, yeah, I did read that.
He doesn't do that anymore. So they think that's maybe why he got hit. But I don't know. Like I said, I want to give this time before I piss all over it, if that's where it goes to.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you like the play on the name? 6 as an SICKS.
I do. I like that a lot.
I love it. And I thought the symbol popping up on the TV, I thought it looked cool. I love the name. The merch is very simple. And
I'm not buying any merch.
No.
Oh, I think they're gonna come out with so much merch that I feel like it will be.
They're going to be in the
Not
same
on
factory.
clearance,
They're
but
going to
it
be
will-
the same warehouse as the Lily Dolls. Okay, so no, don't do so much merch.
They're gonna do it. You can get stuffies for Bert. You
Yep.
can get the stuffies of the Huskus
Oh,
and
man.
the Abby and the Crow and all that shit. So
Last week I said when it comes to the supernatural, it's always a wait and see. I'm hoping this is not supernatural. I'm hoping this is more of a. I'm really hoping this is more of a retribution do-over than supernatural. Like more retribution, less Kane, as in lights out, less Fiend. That was Bray's thing. This should just be a group of people who are honoring the legacy of the Wyatt family, along with people who got wronged by the WWE machine, and they're taking it out on everyone who wronged them.
And thank you, Joe, for saying Abby the Witch, because I think earlier I said Sister Abigail. I was totally thinking crazy, and I said Sister Abigail. So thank you for that. Brian, what is your thoughts? Because I think
we all said
us
it.
three have been taking this combo over.
That's all right.
As optimistic as me. Not that guys aren't even pessimistic; they're more realistic of what could happen.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think I'm more the realistic because I don't.
Well,
know
then you're done. Okay.
I don't know how you top what you did on Monday. And that was probably my biggest question going in was, where does this thing fit? Who would they be feuding with first? And I didn't really
Jey
see
Uso.
a lot of connections.
Jey Uso is who
And-
they feud with first.
Yeah, so maybe that's the angle. Jay I think did a post-show interview saying you guys can have the Fireflies back. I don't know if that means what is coming up next. But judging by who was laid out, it was anyone and everyone. Like I said, Chad Gable. I think Gunther was knocked out, and maybe Carmelo Hayes. So I'm impressed because of that, because it wasn't like a direct target in that sense. But yeah, I'm still I'm not glass half full. I always will give it a chance. I think it was a fantastic debut to get people talking, but it's the follow-up that does worry me, especially eventually you got to do it in the ring. And not that they're not capable wrestlers, but yeah, it's just, how is that vibe going to translate into matches? So that's where I'm not as optimistic on it, but hell of a debut for sure.
Show up on SmackDown tonight? Yes or no?
Yeah,
I think so too.
I think so.
As big of an
I say no.
impact
Okay.
on SmackDown if they do show up as Raw.
they have to actually kill someone.
Well, they don't want to go to jail.
We don't need to do that.
Yeah.
They need to
I
kill
don't think-
someone.
All right. The PG era is dead.
It is dead, and so will somebody on SmackDown.
Apparently. We got Seth Rollins back. I wanted to
Cool.
mention that. So I
Yes.
think we're gonna get Seth and Priest at Money in the Bank. Hey now.
Cool.
And I'll tell you, I'm okay with that, because if it goes to where I think it goes, that could mean Seth and Gunther at SummerSlam. A-okay with that. Otis stood up to Chad Gable, I read.
You did?
Any other thoughts on any of those things, guys? Like I said, I was popping my own champagne for the Celtics, so I missed that.
Rollins was cool. Nobody saw it coming, which was
Yeah.
great. His hat
Yeah.
was pretty big. Otis
His hat
pushed him
was
down in the
pretty
ring, and then later in a backstage segment said they were done, and they walked
Okay.
away from it. So, and in that same scene, Ramblin' Rabbit's puppet was seen in Chad Gable's locker.
Yeah, foreshadowing.
Don't remember.
And Drew McIntyre
Oh.
said, "Screw the company, I quit."
Yes.
He'll be on SmackDown Friday.
But yeah,
That's all-
Punk,
yeah.
Punk will be on
Which is
SmackDown.
in Chicago.
Yep.
It's in Chicago, so we'll see how much that quit will last, if at all. Let's quickly touch on NXT. We talked about the Battle Royal with the other locker rooms. We had Frankie Kazarian from TNA, and he's been there since pretty much day one, so that's cool. Also, an AEW original. Throw that in there too. And another guy, Jay, you mentioned Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry showed up. He cut a promo. He got eliminated and did a little backstage thing with Shawn Michaels.
I thought there should
What do you
be. I
think?
thought there would be more TNA people in the battle royal. It was just two.
Yeah.
Hendry came out, got a reaction, got thrown out, and I think that was a test to see what we can do with him even more. Kazarian has been on every Jericho cruise and NXT now. Awesome. And he's back on TNA. I think that I don't know what more can be done with Hendry. A lot of people are thinking maybe since Gable got allegedly shot and killed backstage by Uncle Howdy, that maybe he'll end up, Hendry will take Gable's place. Strowman apparently got beat down too, so maybe he'll take Hendry will take Strowman's place, or nothing at all will happen, and maybe he'll go back to NXT for something down the road. I just thought there'd be more people involved. The big story about NXT TNA is that picture that Jordan Grace posted, her and 3 of the other TNA knockouts naked.
Yeah.
Like our social team said at that WrestlePod, the 4 of us will not be recreating that poster or photo overlooking the lake there.
As beautiful as the Lake Erie sunset could be.
Yeah,
Pants are staying on.
We're too pasty.
And old.
Yeah. The girl from Michigan State defended her North American title
against Meacham.
And,
yeah. She looks solid in the ring.
And Roxanne Perez made Lola Vice look like a bitch. Punked her out with that returning back fist.
We had the winner too, by the way, was that is it Javon Evans, right? So he won, but he loses to Ethan Page in the main event. Sean Spears was there, but they kind of they kind of did like the overhead shot of like all 4 of them. So I know it's supposed to be Evans and Trick at I think it's NXT Heatwave the weekend of Money in the Bank, but maybe it ends up being a 4-way thing.
Yeah, Evans is cool, and I love that this guy's bouncy. I don't know why I love that adjective. He's bouncy. So fun.
I like his nickname, Young OG.
Yeah.
I'm so white when I say that, but it's great. I like that nickname, Young OG.
There was when it was him and Spears, I was like, and it went back and forth a little sequence for maybe 30 seconds. I was like, okay, either one can win, but I was like, oh, Spears is definitely going to win. So when he got eliminated, I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah. Ethan Page got knocked out in the middle of the ropes. Technically, he's actually
I did see
now.
Doing the battle royal.
Yeah,
he's still in it.
He's still in there. It was a solid NXT. I did not know much about Hendry, Jay, and I know you were raving about him leading up to it. Awesome on the mic, great look, music hit, people went nuts. So people loved him just as much as you were, giving him some props before in the previous week. He will be too big of a fish in the TNA pond, and I don't see him lasting there.
Is his gimmick like kind of a motivational speaker type? Because I don't really know much about the guy.
Bo Dallas.
Yeah, exactly. When he said
because he's like, I'm the answer to all your problems. I'm like, okay, that's your angle. Okay,
but he has the mic skills of an LA Knight too. Is what I got out of him too.
When the camera zoomed in, because I self-admitted, I haven't watched much of him in TNA or anything in TNA. I just knew the name.
I don't have access.
When it zoomed in and he smiled, I was like, okay, this guy's gonna be good. This guy's gonna be really good.
Cool.
And then they eliminated him first.
It was a test.
I know it was a test, but it was just anyway. My only issue with it was when it comes to any battle royal, too many guys in the ring to start off with. It didn't get good until till they thinned the herd, and then it got really good. Like the last 10 minutes of that battle royal was amazing. Tyler Bate was so good, and he wasn't even the final 4. I was really impressed by him too. I was impressed by so many people in there once it got thinned out to 10.
Yeah, 25's a lot.
The one
I think them all being in the ring. I wish they would eliminate the battle royal concept and have it be more like the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
When it comes to these events, stretch it out and make it a bigger deal than just having Have it more Royal Rumble and less like Andre the Battle Royal.
No, I agree with you because it's kind of hard to keep track of who's getting eliminated with the camera angles because it's like they did cut a lot. And then
there's a commercial break when you miss oh, by the way, all these people got eliminated.
Yeah.
Hey, kudos to Shawn Spears for getting thrown over and holding on by one hand and not getting eliminated, then getting his footing to get back on the ring when it was him and Young OG in the final two. Because he got thrown over and then he going over a 360, grabbed that rope. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch it.
I'm glad they did it first too, so we didn't have to wait.
Correct.
Yeah, they did. I was surprised at that. Yeah. Yeah, it kicked off the show and set up the main event match too. So good stuff all around. All right, I think that's about it. Wanted to quickly. It's been
Brian's still
touched
taking
on.
it back.
I don't know what's going to happen when I stop recording. Good stuff all around, guys.
Could be a Royal Rumble up there. Whoa.
But yeah, Friday's your birthday, Joe. Happy birthday!
Today is.
Yes, today Friday.
Yeah.
45. Couldn't care less.
45 is a nice.
I was just hoping that my gift would be Jason was supposed to be off tonight, but apparently not.
Oh my god!
I guess he's here.
He said he didn't cheat.
Jeez.
Neither did I.
Yep, you and your wife in cahoots.
Joe, I will say this: happy birthday! 45 is seems like a great number. See you in a few years, and you are officially my fourth favorite TWP main roster podcaster.
Oh man!
Wow, I'm last. Perfect.
Yeah, fourth for me too.
Jeez.
You guys suck.
Birthday.
Yeah, really.
You guys suck, really.
No, truly. Happy birthday, though.
So
you
much
don't
for
look
the
a day over.
niceties.
You don't look a day over 44.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
As I'll share my screen, here's with a cameo from MJF. I went no expense. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
$600.
yeah, no, thanks for ruining it, Ange. No.
Another reason why he charges that much is because people won't pay it.
He doesn't
Yeah,
want
that's
to
probably
do
smart. Yeah, who wants to do 10 of those every day? So
His agent's probably like, you need to be on Cameo just to make sure, bid on everything.
yeah. But that's awesome, man. Happy birthday. I salute you and your efforts on the program, despite the pleasantries from my co-hosts here. All right. I'll do it. YouTube.com/That Wrestling Podcast. @That WrestlePod is for social media. Whatamaneuver.net is for your merchandise. My goodness, this was a banner show for all sorts of reasons. I hope you enjoyed it. If you watch or if you listen, and the fun will continue next week as it always does. Right here on That Wrestling Podcast. Enjoy wrestling.
Thanks for listening. Follow That WrestlePod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
1, 2.